Wrestling tournaments are great, and they don't get any bigger than New Japan Pro Wrestling's premier tournament, the G1 Climax, which kicks off July 19th. Me and Dan are going to preview and give our predictions to not only the top 3 from each block, but who will win it all and get a shot at the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. In this year's edition, the 20 participants will be separated into 2 blocks of 10, and each participant will face all 9 other wrestlers within the same block in singles matches, with each match having a 30-minute time limit. Participants gain 2 points for a win and 1 point for a tie, and the top scoring wrestlers from each block will go through to the semi-finals. Their opponents will be decided in a special playoff round where the second place wrestler from A block will face the third place wrestler from B block and vice versa. From then on, it's just a straight knockout style tournament, with a winner being crowned August 17th and going on to face whoever at Wrestle Kingdom, probably Goto, let's be honest. A block, the first 8 participants that were announced are Hirooki Goto, the current IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Boltin Oleg, who's the current Never Openweight Champion, Yuya Ayamura, Yota Tsuji, the leader of the Bullet Club War Dogs, David Finlay, the King of Darkness and the leader of the House of Torture, Evil, his fellow House of Torture member, Sanada, and the legend himself in his final G1 Climax tournament, the Ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Go Ace!
We also had 2 other spots being decided by kind of playoff matches to get in. One of them has already happened. Callum Newman beat Taiji to get his spot. The other playoff match is going to be Rohei Oiwa versus Bad Luck Fale, now known as Don Fale. He's one of the newest House of Torture members. He returned. God, I love that faction. I'm lying.
Actually might be God's worst faction.
It could be God's worst faction, you're right.
There is a possibility. It's very interesting that we have Tanahashi in his final appearance, obviously this being his big retirement year. And then we also have Evil as well, because they've been kind of feuding ever since Wrestle Kingdom. I would kill myself if Evil won this tournament. And unfortunately, there's quite a good chance he'll get quite far, I think.
House of Torture have this kind of weird stranglehold, it seems, over the New Japan undercard, to mid-card, kind of. They haven't broken into the main event as such, but I'm worried they will.
There's one pure place of sanctity. My pick for my 3 are going to be... I don't think Tanahashi gets it. I think they're going to do a story where he just barely misses the semi-final playoff rounds. So I don't think it's going to be him. I think we're going to get David Finlay, leader of the War Dogs, Evil, leader of House of Torture, and then probably Goto as well. And I think from those 3, Goto will be the one to go to the final and defend his, or rather, have the World Heavyweight Champion be in the final then. Obviously, if he wins, then he'll be able to pick who he wants to face him at Wrestle Kingdom 20.
Yeah, we've only had, I think, 1 or 2 people ever actually win the G1 as IWGP Champion. It doesn't happen too often.
And they were?
However, I don't know, actually. I haven't got the rundown.
Okay. I think, wasn't Okada one?
Probably Okada.
Wasn't it Okada, then he picked Kenny Omega?
I'm going to guess it's Okada and Chono. That's my 2 guesses. I'll just say that.
And it's a good guess as well.
But yeah, I think Goto's actually going to top this group. He's the current champion, of course, and he's been one of the best bits of New Japan since he won the belt. He's been... It's weird. I kind of thought it'd be a bit like Sanada, where his run was a bit like... It was kind of more of a thank you. But this Goto run has been beyond that. Goto's run has been... He's been the best thing in New Japan. He's been the top main event guy.
That was the narrative going into where it's like... It's really nice to see Goto finally have that championship moment. Sad that Zack's losing, but at least Goto can have his moment. And he's taken it and ran with it in an amazing run so far. Coming off the back of a absolutely incredible match... Sorry, against Shingo Takagi at Dominion, which is pretty much the shining light of that show.
Pretty much. But yeah, Goto, he's having his career-defining run. I think he should be top, and that's where I'm going to go. I think he's going straight to the semi-finals. The other 2 spots, I'm going to go with Yota Tsuji, who I think is a top star, potential star for New Japan. He's just got the look. He's got kind of the explosive style. He needs to be sent to the moon.
They should be pushing him now.
But with Naito leaving, I think Yotsuji is gonna take the legacy of Naito, and I think he's gonna get second or third. The other person, I think it's gonna be Hiroshi Tanahashi. Look, I love Tanahashi, go Ace and all that. His knees are cooked. There is no cartilage left. I don't know how. It's just rubbing like.
It's amazing how he can walk, to be honest.
He can't. But knees aside, I think Tanahashi is gonna make his place into the playoff rounds. He'll face whoever from the other block.
Interesting that we've both got different people except for Hirooki Goto. I don't know if I said it during my spiel, but I also think he'll be topping the group as well and getting that surefire spot at the semi-final.
Let's move on to the B block. So the 8 participants that were announced beforehand were El Phantasmo, the current New Japan Television Champion, Shota Umino, who main evented Wrestle Kingdom 19, Shingo Takagi, last year's G1 winner and former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, and the leader of TMDK, Zack Sabre Jr., United Empire's Great-O-Khan, Bullet Club War Dogs member and the current IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion, Gabe Kidd, House of Torture member and 1/3 of the Never Openweight 6-man Tag Team Champions, Ren Narita, and AEW and DDT's own Konosuke Takeshita. And our boy, personally, like our favourite guy.
Yeah, literally the best wrestler in the world.
Well, Driller Mahoney, he won his playoff match against Tomohiro Ishii to get here. He's also a War Dogs member.
Also, his debut as well into the G1 Climax.
And the other playoff is between Yoshihashi and Chase Owens, who's of House of Torture. I'm praying to all that is holy for Yoshihashi to win. I'm manifesting it. It must. I cannot allow Chase Owens to be anywhere near this G1.
Yeah.
Anywhere near. This man, and if he is in the G1, he cannot get more than the point. Otherwise, Gedo and Tanahashi have to resign.
They have to liquidate the company.
How are you feeling about the block? I think personally it's better than the A block in terms of competitiveness. I think
this is like leagues above the A block. For me personally, this holds a lot of people that I love watching, like your Gabe Kidd, Driller Maloney, Ren Narita even. I know he's in House of Torture, but I still like Ren Narita. Zack Sabre Jr., best technical wrestler on the planet. Konosuke Takeshita, one of the best wrestlers all round on the planet. Takagi, another incredible wrestler. El Phantasmo, who has like a really unique way of moving and wrestling in himself. And then Shota Umino, who has also done quite a few good things. People are kind of sick of him. I like him, mainly because I haven't seen a lot of New Japan. Or I don't watch it regularly, I should say. Because I know people who do watch it regularly don't like Shota Umino. This one is so much harder to pick from than A block. Because while you do have like some good names in A block, there is like a distinct level difference halfway into the A block, you know? Here, you've got so many great like wrestlers and talents, it's kind of hard to distinguish where people are going to go. The lock-in is obviously Zack Sabre Jr. I want to say he doesn't win. I don't think he's going to top the block to guarantee himself going over. I think the person going to top the block is going to be Takeshita. I feel like he's going to be in that semi-final spot after having an incredible showing last year. One of the best we've seen in the G1 Climax period. I feel like he's going to be topping this block and getting that locked-in semi-final spot. Then Zack Sabre Jr., quarter-final spot. And the other person, I don't really know. Probably Gabe Kidd, I feel like, because they, over the last year or two, they've certainly been pushing him a lot. Of course, his really career-defining match against Kenny Omega at the most recent Wrestle Kingdom 19 in what was an absolutely spectacular showcase. But I feel like he'll probably go into that quarterfinal as well, just because they seem very intent on pushing him, as they should, because he's a phenomenal talent.
My top 3 in B block is giving me a lot of headache, because this is so difficult. Hard. This is very difficult. Top of the group, I think it would be Zack Sabre Jr. He's got a match against Goto, actually, pretty soon, at Tanahashi Jam before the show. Knowing our luck, he'll probably win the belt somehow off Goto. I think second is going to be Shota Umino, because they love that dude. They have so much faith in him, and I think they'll probably believe that the G1's a good opportunity for him to do well, unlike last year where he was the drizzling shits in the G1.
Wasn't that because he was injured?
Injured or not, I saw. As much as I'd love like Alpha Tasma personally, I think that'd be a great story, him coming through. That's so not happening. It'll be a
really good underdog story for sure.
It's never happening. Because Takagi fought for the belt so recently at Dominion, I just kind of feel like they're happy with Takagi. Like, he's had that match with Goto. They haven't got to do it in the playoffs or anything. I feel like they want to have someone fresh, and I think Gabe Kidd is a good kind of like person to have. They can go all the way. It's someone fresher basically in that playoff spot than Takagi. The final of the G1. I think Goto will be one of them. It's really tough. They could have an all A block final, perhaps, where it's Goto versus Tanahashi. For some reason, Tanahashi in the final is like screaming out to me a little bit. I don't know how that will go in terms of like quality, like to actually watch him wrestle like day after day. probably not great. Oh my god, yeah. You know what? I don't think even though B block is so stacked, I don't think anyone's making it to the final. I think it's gonna be Tanahashi versus Goto.
Yeah, this is gonna be really interesting because obviously you feel so strongly about Tanahashi going all the way. I haven't even got him in my quarterfinals. I don't think Goto is going to be in it.
Sorry, that's huge, him not being in the final, because of how like big he is at the moment.
Well, no, I don't think it will be a strong victory over him. I think it will be like a quick roll-up, like caught unawares and stuff like that. I think it's probably going to be Evil versus Gabe Kidd. Because then you've got the House of Torture leader against one of like the biggest members of War Dogs, and it's also you can have Gabe Kidd win, get one over House of Torture as the War Dogs, and then have a really big and hot Gabe Kidd to go into Wrestle Kingdom for the title match against Goto.
Him facing Evil in the final is evil, to be honest.
It is evil, yeah, but out of the picks that I had, like Goto, Evil, and Finlay, I don't think they're going to have Goto go all the way.
Why not? I don't understand why that wouldn't be the case. Like, that feels so set to me, considering just how, like, he's one of the best things he's got going.
Yeah, he has had, like, an amazing run, and he has looked really strong.
And the fans also would love to, like, they'll cheer on regardless. Which also makes me think, why do I put Tanahashi in the final? Because they just wouldn't cheer Tanahashi, would they?
Boo! Break your leg.
When it's New Japan, it'll be fine.
But see, that's why I think Evil will like do a quick roll up on him or something to get in the spot instead.
That is so happening. Oh
and
my
then
god!
Then you have Gabe Kidd come in as like this, because the story of Gabe Kidd versus Kenny Omega was that Gabe Kidd was representing New Japan. Like when he took off his trousers to show his trunks, it had the New Japan logo, and that was such like a momentous spot in that match before it even started. And I feel like you can really build a story of like Gabe Kidd representing New Japan and the spirit of New Japan again in this fashion too, like this.
I think it would be awesome. I will say Gabe Kidd going all the way.
This is pure bias as well.
It is pure bias fully, because the way New Japan works as well, especially Gabe Kidd, even though we all think he's ready, they want to give him another year.
Zack Sabre Jr.
They take their time.
We said Zack Sabre Jr. People were saying Zack Sabre Jr. was ready 4 years ago.
So your Wrestle Kingdom main event will then be Goto versus Gabe Kidd.
Yeah.
Awesome. And mine would be
Tanahashi versus...
I didn't say who would win, did I?
Oh, no, you didn't.
Either they can have Goto win, and then he's
Tanahashi.
like, I want Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom. Or you could just have Tanahashi win, and it'd be like, wow, I'm going to face you, and I'm going to win that belt. And like add like a level of like doubt to Goto. Be like, oh, maybe Goto can't do it. And then when Goto beats Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom, you know, it's just such a huge moment for Goto.
It's a like, passing of the torch for Goto.
I mean, what's probably going to happen? Evil's going to win somehow.
Yeah, Evil's going to win, and then the company's going to get liquidated.
And Goto loses the belt after every member, all 50 members at that point of House of Torture come out and cost him.
No, don't forget 52, because there'll be 2 turns on Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching our New Japan G1 Climax 35 preview and predictions video. I've been Noah. That has been Daniel.
Bye-bye.